Alright, so this is the lecture number 98 in our DSA series, and you already know we are solving the problems related to recursion and backtracking. So we have already seen some sort of problems which are common in the recursion. Now we are solving the problems related to arrays in the recursion. So this would be our first problem in the recursion. So let us get started. Problem is display array using recursion. What that means is, this is an example which is clearly mentioning, and so let us take the example to the board to get understand with the problem. So the problem is, let us suppose you have this array 1 2 3 4 5. So what you have to do, you just have to print each element into a new line 1 2 3 4 5. That's it, what you have to do. I mean, question is very simple. And in the first video of recursion, what I told you, you have been given a number n as suppose 5. What you were asked to do, either print 4 5 4 3 2 1 or print 1 2 3 4 5. In the initial two videos of recursion, I told you how we can approach this problem. The difference here is we are having array, and at that point of time we were having what? We were having number. This is the only difference. And if you have genuinely solved this question, then there is a 85% chance that you will solve this question at your own. So what I want you to try this question at your own, so that your brain should get some strength. Otherwise you will keep watching the solution, then you are not going to learn the DSA. You should be able to solve the problems by yourself. Otherwise, if you will see the solution of each and every problem, then like how you will ensure that your mind is getting some strength related to DSA. So that is why what is the benefit of trial? Try the question at your own. Benefit is you will get exhausted into the question. Another one is, when I will explain the solution, let us say you were failed, you were not able to get the solution. When I will explain, then you will listen very clearly. Then what that was the mistake then I was doing. Fine. So the benefit for this is these 2 points. I know this is very bad. Let us erase it. Fine. So what I wanted, I want you to try this question at your own. So if you are done with that, then let us start my solution. And solution is very simple. To solve the problems related to recursion, what was the 3 step? First step was expectation. We have to clear our expectation. Second step was have faith onto your smaller problem. Third step was mate your expectation with faith. These were the only 3 points to solve any kind of recursion problem. So expectation is, if we have been okay, so let us see the function which is provided to us. This is the display array function. As you can see, we have been provided the default code. We just have to complete the body of this function. So what is the provided code to us? Let us take it to board also. This is the code which we have been provided. Fine. So we have been provided with an index variable and an array, and index is passed initially 0. Fine. So what I have to do is, let us say this is display function as 0 comma what? 0 comma ARR, and ARR is, let us say 1 2 3 4 5, similar to this. Fine. So the expectation from this function is print 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 is also similar to a of 0, and this is similar to a of 1, this is similar to a of 2, this is similar to a of 3, this is similar to A of 4. I mean, both of the things are same. Either you can call it as A of 0 or you can call it as the value inside this particular index. Fine. So this is the expectation. This is the expectation. Now we will have faith then if I pass, like I am passing 0 onto this function. If I was having d of 1 as f, then it would print 2, 3, 4, 5, which is A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and A of 4. So look at this very carefully. If you have watched the solution of printing the number in increasing order, then this is a cup of coffee for you. This was the expectation, this was the faith. Expectation is if I pass 0, 0 or the 0th index to my function with an array, it has to be printed all the elements from 0 to n. But I also know this is my faith. This is my faith. If I pass to the same function with 1 along with an array, so it will print all the elements from that element till n. Fine. So this is my faith. I will have my faith. So what I like, how you can meet your expectation with faith. Now it's time to meet your expectation with faith. Fine. So expectation is d of 0, array will print what it is printing, all the elements from 0 to length. Fine. And faith is d of 1, array, or yes, array is printing all the elements from 1 to length. I have to print 0, like I have to print all the elements from 0 to length, and I'm able to get all the elements from 1 to length with my faith. Let us say if I call this function from this as 0 or 0 plus 1, or yes, call it at 0 plus 1 with the same array. So this is doing its job for me like 2, 3, 4, 5. So my expectation was to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am able to get this much of output with my faith. Then I just have to print this particular value at my own SOP or system.out.println A of 0. If I manually print the initial index and my pass plus 1 index to the same function or to my faith, then this will do its job. Then eventually I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 from here, and manually I am printing 1. So of course I will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was the explanation, and I will be writing the same code onto my recursive function also. And if you have not watched the first and second video of recursion, then of course it is going to be very messy for you. So I will again recommend you should watch that video. I will be putting down the link also into the description. So look at here very carefully. Index is initially 0 and array contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. This is my expectation. But I have faith that if I pass idx plus 1 to the same function with the same array, then this will print what? 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. Only 1 is remaining, so I will manually print my 1. Println. How I can print 1? ARR of idx. Fine. So the code is done. Only one thing is remaining, which is the base case. What should be the base case? Fine. So you will have to analyze what is the base case. till when this loop will be executing. Let us say if you have this function, or if you have this array 1 2 3 4 5. If you look at here, what we are doing, we are increasing our IDX in each call by 1. So at some point we will have to stop also, otherwise we would be lost. So here IDX was 0 1 2 3 4. Fine. So if we pass IDX as 0, then we do not have any problem. If we pass IDX as 1, then we do not have any problem. If we pass IDX as 2, still we do not have any problem. 3 4. At 4 also we do not have any problem. If I pass IDX of as 5, then what will happen? It will start throwing the index out of bound exception, but we do not want that. So at this point of time, I will have to stop. So this would be my base case. This is how we used to identify the base cases. So my base case is, if IDX is equals to ARR dot length, in that case I do not have to do anything, I just have to return. Why ARR of length also? Because if IDX is equal to this length, which is either I can apply equal to or I can apply greater or equal to, but if I will return from equal to, then like in any case I will not be moving to greater than of this length. So that is why I have written the equal to sign. 0 1 2 3 4, these are the indexes. So length is 5, last index is 4. So if my index reaches to 5th position, which is no index on this array, in that case I will have to return. So that is the condition that I have applied, and we are done with our code. Let us try to run it. So input is already given. So for this sample test case, if we will look at here, sample test case is 10 20 30 40 50. We should be able to get 10 20 30 40 50 in each line. So we do have a error, which is what? This should be in comment actually. So let us try to run it. We are getting 10 20 30 45 as well as the correct answer. I think it was not visible to you. So on clicking of compile, we are getting 10 20 30 40 50. On clicking on submit, I am able to pass my 5 out of 5 test cases. So let us have a small dry run, very quick dry run actually, of the same code. But I should not have dry run because this is really easy, just in case. So let us say what I told you in my previous video, if we have only one call in recursion, then we can dry run our code with this tag. But if we have more than 2 or equal to 2 calls, in that case we should follow euler. Here we have only one call, so we can use recursion or the stack actually. So initially IDX is 0. Let us say this is IDX and this is array. Array is same. Let us address of array is 4k. Fine. So if IDX, let us say this is 0 and this is 1 2 3 4 5. So what it will do, if IDX equal to ARR of length, no, it's not. So like this is our first call, 0 comma 4k. Fine. So what it will do, it will print index or the initial index of ARR of 0. ARR of 0 is 1, so 1 would be printed. After printing 1, it will make call to IDX plus 1. So D of 1 with 4k. So here is 1, here is 0, IDX value, and this value would be same for each and every call. Fine, because we are not changing our array. So if we are onto this function, now IDX is 1, so IDX is not equal to array length. It will print the first index value, which is 2. After printing it, it will make call to second index 4k. Fine. So if like index is 2, so this is not true, this would be executed. Second index is 3, so IDX is 2, so 3 would be printed. Now after executing this line, this will again make the call to IDX plus 1. IDX was 2, now it will make call for IDX is 3, address is same 4k, so this is now 3. So if it is 3, so this is not true, and it will print the third index value, which is 4, and after that it will make the call to IDX plus 1, D of 4 and 4k. This is address of array actually. So IDX is 4. So this is again not true. Why? Because 4 is not equal to array.length. Array.length is 5. So it is not true. It will again print the ARR of 4. ARR of 4 is 5. So it will print 5, and it will again make call to D of ARR of 5 and 4k. Now IDX is 5 and array.length is also 5. So this will true, and this will return from here, and control will return to here. And as like we are on to the end of the function, like nothing is left after this line, so this would again return from here, this would again return from here to here to here and to main method. So this would be our output. So this is how the, I would say, stack mechanism and the recursion works in the behind the scene. And if you learn anything from this particular video, then hit the like button, and do consider to subscribe to the channel also, because I am going to upload more content which is related to DSA. I am going to upload around 1000 to 1200 questions only which are related to DSA, apart from the development projects and development courses. Fine. So I hope I was able to explain you the concept which is required for this particular video. So that's it from my side for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.